What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. So today is a special episode. Special as in I don't usually do these kind of videos, and it's kind of like a challenge as well, and my channel is not really about these things. But today I have a very special one because this is a very popular one all around the world. So I'm gonna do a Chinese version of it. And basically the challenge is to use 10 yuan, which is roughly a little bit more than $1 or a bit more than £1, and use that money for my food budget for 24 hours. So I have some rules that I've set up myself, and I think they're very fair, and basically I'm going to share it with you right now. So like I said, my budget is 10 yuan. And this money needs to last for 24 hours. I have to have 3 meals. So I need to have breakfast, I need to have lunch, and I need to have dinner as well. So another rule that I have is about spices and some ingredients. So salt, pepper, sugar, and oil, those are free to use, so that's outside of my 10 yuan budget, so I can use as much as I want basically. And the reason for that is because most households they have these things. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it. The first thing that I'm going to take care of is my breakfast. So let's go to the shops and let's see what we can buy for our tiny budget. Alright then, so I am in the supermarket, and well, as you probably guessed it, my meals are going to be mostly vegetables and rice and stuff. So not a lot of meat, but we will try to make the most of it. So let's go. We need a carrot, because I'm going to use that for my lunch and my dinner. I also need medium-sized onions, so let's find a nice one. This looks good. Obviously I need to get a bag for all of those. Need some ginger as well. Ginger is pretty expensive, so I will try to break a very small piece off and have that. Like even this is way too big, so I need a little bit smaller. This is the amount of ginger that I need, and if I put this here, it's gonna fall down, so I really need to get a bag. My ginger, it's very small, but that's what I need. Also, doing things with one hand is a bit difficult, so excuse me if I look, disabled on the camera, but like I said, it's a bit difficult to do things with one hand. Okay, so that's my carrot, that's my onion, that's my ginger. I need some garlic as well, I think. Yeah, we're gonna get this one. This carrot, actually, that is cheaper, so we're gonna get this one. This is just dirtier, but no, it's fine. Like, this one's cleaned, and it's like 2.3 for 500 grams. So we're gonna get the dirty carrots, and we're gonna wash it because water is free. It's in the rules. I mean, this one is like what, 220 for 500, so we're not gonna take that. We're gonna take the cheaper one for like 160 or 170. So like I said, we only need like one big carrot. Hopefully this is not going to break the bank. There you go. So we have our carrots, we have our ginger, we have our onion, we have our garlic, and we still need a potato. Now, I don't want to get this sweet potato. It's actually pretty cheap, but I can't really fit it into anything, and it's way too sweet. So we're gonna get, a normal potato. Once all the antis are gone, let's have a look how much it is. Okay, so it's 128 for 500 grams, and we only need one medium-sized one. This one will do. Now we need to get another bag. Okay, so first I'm gonna collect everything, then I need to take it to the counter to get it weighed. So it's a little bit different here. So you need to pick your own stuff, then weigh it. And I'm trying to think if I need any more veggies. So I'm quickly gonna have a look on my list, because I do have a list. Okay, that's that with the veggies and everything. So it's time to get it weighed. Alright then, there you have it. So the potato was 49, the onion was 54, the garlic was 19, the ginger was 19. The most expensive one was the carrot with 99, so almost 1 yuan. You're gonna see on the screen how much money I've got left. So yeah. So next on the list should be meat. And the only meat that I can really afford is probably chicken. And these ones, they look pretty cheap here. I mean, 3 yuan, 5 yuan, 2.5 yuan, but that doesn't look too good. There's one here for 3.12. So I might actually get a very nutritious meal out of this. I mean, obviously pork and beef is going to be more expensive, so that's something that I can't afford today. But we might actually do the other things first and see if we can come back. Obviously we can't afford any seafood. Seafood is pretty expensive, so I want to get some eggs, but unfortunately they don't have, you know, they don't have them separately, so you can only buy them in boxes. So I can't pick like 2 eggs, for example, I think, unless I've missed it and they do it somewhere else, but I don't think so. So I might need to go to another shop to get the eggs that I want for my breakfast. But I do need some soy sauce, and some brands and some bottles are very cheap, especially if they are like, you know, smaller in size. So we're gonna have a look for that. So unfortunately the brand that I want to get is not here. I mean, this supermarket doesn't have it. I wanted to get that one because it's super cheap. It's only 1 yuan for a small, like 200 milliliter bottle, but they don't have it here. So I guess I need to go to a different shop to find it, but that's okay. We'll try to stay within our 10 yuan budget. Okay, next thing that I need to get is rice. So we need to get this rice. And obviously we can't afford too much, so we need to get a little bit. There you go, 1.37. So we still have a decent amount of budget left. Alright, so if my calculations are right, we still have about 6 and a bit to spend. So we're gonna go back, get the chicken. We're gonna go for this chicken for 3 yuan. I've just realized it's the same price as 5.9 for 500 grams. Same as if you just pick it out from the big tray and put it in a bag. So we're just gonna go for this one. So there you go, minus 3 yuan. So we are closing in on the last 3 yuan that we have in our budget. So I'm still missing eggs, soy sauce, and a sausage. The sausage is for my breakfast, and that should be it. So maybe I need to go to another shop. I will have a quick look if I can find any eggs on this side, but I might need to go to a different shop to get those, which is fine.
是指人的一个生产者问题。刚才我们在内心上注意到，光合合适情景和自己购物有关。
一样啊，那不扣钱就行呗，一口不修了呗。
All right then, and there you have it. That's the first supermarket. So we spent 6.9, which is not too bad. I was hoping to spend a bit less, but I think because I picked the chicken, you know, up by the tray, and I wasn't really looking around, you know, that's why I went to 6.9, but it's okay. There is another supermarket, and I'm hoping that they're gonna have the soy sauce that I'm looking for. So yeah. Okay, so I am in the second supermarket, and like I said, my money is running out. I only have 3 yuan and a little bit left, so I'll try to make the most of it. Also, if I remember correctly, they should sell, you know, eggs by like piece by piece. So I should be able to buy, you know, maybe 2 eggs or something like that, which would be awesome, because then I can do my lunch and I can also do my dinner properly. But first, let's try to find that cheap soy sauce here. Alright, and so the soy sauce that I'm getting is this one. It's not soy sauce, but I think it's like a blend or something. I'm not really sure, but it is similar to what I'm looking for. So hopefully it's gonna work in the dish that I'm actually cooking. Okay, next one should be the eggs, I think. So let's find the eggs. Huh? There you go, 70 cents or 7 miles, or call it whatever you want. So it's less than a yuan. That means I still have a little bit less than 1 yuan. Actually, I just had another idea. I'm gonna buy a tomato and I'm gonna mix it up with the egg, which is, you know, rather Chinese. So I'm gonna do that. I'll try to look for a very, very small tomato. And I know that these, like, you know, pre-packed ones, they're very expensive. Like this one is already like 4.2. I need a small one from here. So this is only 2.5 per 500 grams. So let's get a smallish one. This one looks like it. Thank you. And there you go. That one was less than 70. This one was only 47. So that means I'm still within my 10 yuan budget, which is awesome. I'm actually super happy about that. So obviously no sausage, but we got a tomato instead. And there you have it, 2.9 for all of this stuff. Awesome. Right, now it is time to go home, put everything together, you know, sort them out, show you guys what I've got for 10 yuan. Then we're gonna make breakfast. Alright then guys, so I'm back home and that's all the stuff that I've got. So I want to give you like a quick rundown. So I got the chicken for 312. So you're gonna see like a calculator thing and the price summary on the screen now. So that was 3.12. The 2 eggs, they were 70. A big carrot was 99. The ginger was 19. The rice was 137. The big onion was 0.54. The garlic was 0.19. Then the tomato was 0.47. A potato, that was 0.49. And the soy sauce, which is, I actually translated this and read the back of it. Well, I tried to. I mean, there are so many characters that I don't actually know. This is like a salad kind of dressing. So it's not soy sauce. It has like lemon juice and sugar and, you know, apple cider vinegar in it, which is a little bit better actually, because the main dish that I want to cook for lunch actually needs a few more ingredients, not just, you know, soy sauce. So hopefully this is gonna work. I'll give it a little like taste test to see how it tastes. Then I compare it to one of the soy sauces that I have at home, and see if there's much of a difference. Hopefully it's not significant, so I can still use it in my dish for lunch. All right then, so let's start with the breakfast. So breakfast is going to consist of a tomato, a potato, garlic, ginger, and an egg. Now the way I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to peel this potato and I'm going to make like a hash brown kind of thing out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. The tomato and the egg and the garlic and the ginger, that's going to go together. So that's going to be like a separate kind of dish. And obviously I wanted to do the sausage, but I couldn't, so that couldn't fit in the budget. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so I am going to grate this potato. I'll try to put everything in here. Obviously, I will try to use the biggest one for these like hash browns. Hopefully it's going to work out. All right, then, so that's the grated potato. It doesn't look too much right now, but trust me, once we cook this up, we let it soak for about 10 minutes. And once it's soaked enough, we're gonna dry it, then we're gonna fry it like I said. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right then, so that's the egg. That's done. So we're gonna chop up the tomato and basically we can start frying as soon as the potatoes are done. Alright then, so that's the garlic and the ginger, and I'm sure people are gonna ask, why didn't you use a garlic press for the garlic? Very simple, I'm just way too lazy to get it, so I just used the grater. It was a lot quicker instead of getting a garlic press and making that dirty as well. So there you go. All right then, now we're gonna dry this one out, and yeah, like basically you want to make it as dry as possible, otherwise it's not gonna cook evenly, then it's basically just gonna boil. So you really want to make sure that this is like super dry. So yeah, I mean, some people are gonna say that it's gonna stick to the kitchen towel. No, it won't, trust me. I mean, once it picks up enough moisture, it's just gonna peel off it, and you're not going to have any paper in it. So as you can see, there's very little actually on the paper, and you can just scrape it off like this. So it's not a huge amount of waste, but it makes a huge difference because now this is actually like pretty dry compared to what it was. All right then, so let's start frying the potatoes first because that can stay out a bit longer. All right then, first we're gonna heat up the pan with a bit of oil in it, obviously. Then we're gonna fry the potatoes first. So what you want to do is you want to place it in the pan when the pan is nice and hot. So the way you can test it is you can take a slice of potato, and if you hear this kind of sizzle, that's good. Then you can definitely put the potatoes in, and you can press down a little bit, and that's gonna give you a nice hash brown. And obviously that sizzle is also the water that is still in the potatoes, but obviously we got rid of most of it, so it should be okay. And as you can see on the bottom, it started browning, which is exactly what we want. And I also want to break it up a little bit though. I don't want like, one big potato pancake. So, I want to break it up a little bit, just like this. So it looks a little bit more as well than what it is. There you go. So we got 3 roughly equal pieces going. All right then, so the next one is gonna be the egg. All right, so we don't wanna, fry this for too long. So you want to break this one up like you did with the potatoes. And the reason for that is because the tomato is gonna give off a lot of liquid. So it's gonna be a lot better if you have small chunks of eggs. Tomatoes in, a bit of pepper, a bit of salt. All right, so I added the garlic and the ginger, and it smells absolutely gorgeous. It's really nice. Also, we're gonna add the eggs back in. All right then, time to serve it up. I'm gonna put it with my hash browns. I mean, please excuse my presentation, it's not amazing. But well, it's better than nothing. So like I said, please excuse my presentation, it's not the prettiest, but I'm sure it tastes nice. All right then, so this is my breakfast. So basically hash browns, an egg and the tomato, fried together. So that's pretty standard. I mean, I'm not expecting amazing flavors, but we shall see. They look crap, but they're amazing. They taste amazing. Like, the hash browns that you can get in like McDonald's, for example. The outside is like, nice and crispy, and the inside is like super soggy. That's not like that. It's super crispy on the outside. I mean, you can probably still hear it, but on the inside, it has that like fluffiness. It's not that soggy kind of potato on the inside. It's actually like nice and fluffy. And the eggs as well, like you can definitely taste the ginger, you can definitely taste the tomato, the egg, the salt, the pepper. You can taste everything. So it's not, one thing is very overpowering. So it's really good. All right then guys, so that was the breakfast. I mean, it was pretty simple. I mean, if you want the recipe, you will find it in the description, but you don't need to be Gordon Ramsay to do something like this. So yeah. All right then, so it is time for lunch. So first things first, I'm gonna start cooking my rice, because that's gonna take about 40 minutes to finish. So that's my rice here. That's my measuring cup that I've got for this one, because this one actually goes into the rice cooker. So I need to measure out how much rice I want to use. There you go. So we have 2 cups of rice. So we need to wash this one now. All right then, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we are going to make a carrot soup. Now, I mean, we have basically all the ingredients that we need for it, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a carrot soup, and we're gonna make teriyaki chicken. All right then, so here are my carrots. I'm obviously gonna lay them in this tray. So obviously I didn't use, the whole carrot, because for the leftovers, I have another plan, and that's gonna be dinner. So this is basically a 1-person kind of carrot soup. Obviously need to salt it, and we're gonna be generous with the oil as well. So spread them out nicely, so they don't cover each other, and everything gets basically baked or roast evenly. So you get like, an even texture and even flavor. Not like it matters, because this is gonna get blended anyway, but it's a lot easier to blend, carrots that are cooked evenly than to blend something that is still like super hard and, the other part is like mushy. All right then, so here is my lunch basically. So this one is basically a carrot soup. Nothing fancy. It doesn't look too fancy either, but I think it's gonna taste good. Just my normal white rice. And this is the main attraction, basically chicken teriyaki. So I added some white onions as well, which is not very common in chicken teriyaki, but you know, just to boost it a little bit so there's more veggies in it. Basically that's the only reason why it has onions in it. So let's dig in and I tell you what it tastes like. I have to say that this carrot soup is actually really nice. Like there's only what, carrots, onions, garlic, a bit of ginger, salt, pepper. That's it. That's all you need, and water. I mean, I could have used, you know, a veggie stock or a chicken stock, but that's not in my budget right now. So if you want to keep it budget friendly, but you still want to get like, you know, an amazing taste, then go for this one. I mean, it's kind of like a puree. It's not really a soup, but it is definitely delicious. Guys, I forgot to hit record, and as you can see, like half of the rice and the chicken teriyaki is gone. So I mean, obviously that's a good sign. So what can I say? It tastes really good. So like I did with the breakfast, you're gonna find the recipe in the description, but obviously it's not, you know, something very complicated. I mean, everybody can do this at home. Alright then guys, so that is it. That is my fried rice for tonight. And you know, like with the previous dishes, this is still within the 10 yuan budget. So I'm actually very happy about this. So let's give it a taste test. I'll tell you what, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good for what it is. I mean, it's basically just leftover rice. You know, the chicken that I put away, I put like a piece of chicken away, the leftover onions, the leftover carrot, some garlic and some ginger, and the soy sauce as well. So all in all, this is pretty easy and it's basically just leftovers. So yeah, it's really good. Alright then guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a super fun thing to do. I mean, 10 yuan is not a lot of money, and you know, making 3 meals out of 10 yuan, just a little bit more than $1, is definitely a challenge. So I did enjoy this one. It was really good. So if you have any suggestions for future videos like this one, leave in the comments down below. Make sure that you like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.